We'll call this section of Public Works to order. I will just, as a reminder, my pecuniary interest of check number 21158 as it pertains to a family member. Deputations, petitions, presentations, and public meetings. I believe, Kevin, are you going to give a presentation or something on the transit?
Screen, I guess.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The attached report just speaks to the Clearview Transit initiative and the pilot project that was undertaken for 6 months with much success. As committee may know, Clearview have confirmed their commitment to full-time transit service in the town's Stainer, village of Stainer. And through that, we've worked quite well with Steve and Tim over there in Clearview in terms of trying to provide some service opportunities throughout Wasaga Beach on their trips to and from Stainer to the Superstore. When we first met, we wanted to make the service as convenient as possible, such to engage the public and have that uptake potential there. The challenge that we've experienced and Clearview has experienced over the course of the 6 months was meeting that 1 hour cycle time. And so through much discussions and looking at alternate routes, together with, certainly there's a petition attached to the report, we've looked at deviating from Martin Drive and Lamont Creek Drive to simply coming northbound, so 12th concession north on Wedgwood and then westerly on Morgan Road. Still provides reasonable service to those residents in that quadrant. And then on the return trip southbound from the Superstore, we'll only deviate at the request of a passenger. So what we're seeing typically is the majority of users are coming from Stainer to the Superstore. Last month we saw 300 individuals make that trip. Very few are coming back into or from Wasaga Beach into Stainer. So this is what we're going to monitor. This is what we've put forward in terms of improving that timing and continuing that working relationship with Clearview in this service. So we're looking at that deviation as part of the recommendation to move forward.
And that's at no cost to Wasaga Beach.
Correct.
That's okay.
Just if I can highlight as well, we will be undertaking the transit study, which the committee is aware over the next few weeks. We have a kickoff meeting with our consultant next Friday, and then we will start to engage the public on opportunities and how they like the system and where we can expand and how we can make it better for the community. So that is still underway, and that will take full swing once we get into the summer months.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Bray?
Further to that, through you, the bus survey, is that something if people have had concerns that they brought to our attention that we should maybe give you their name to be interviewed by the consultant?
Absolutely. Certainly any comments brought forward in members of committee and council, certainly extend them through our office to Mike Latimer, who is the transit coordinator. We do respond to those requests and take them into consideration, but we encourage everyone from the public, whether you're a rider or not, to take part in the public process. There will be online surveys. There's going to be a public meeting to engage the public to attend and get some information on the system and provide feedback. We're going to look at different types of marketing strategies, long-term transit needs, and how to grow to areas that currently don't have service, and looking at financial challenges and opportunities we have to make it more a well-rounded system. So any comments are welcome from anyone at any time.
It'd be nice to have somewhere to send them to get them.
Yeah, so on the town's website there is a link to the transit system, and it points you to the point of contact, and it points you to the service hours and the map, and so we do have that resource available online, but certainly when they call Town Hall, they will get directed to the Public Works Department.
And hopefully through our communications department, that will be blasted out too at that point.
Mr. Jennings has been a great tool for us, and we certainly lean on him for everything I do now, so he'll be part of that process.
Yeah. Mayor Smith?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And for the record, so any complaints that do come through to you or to Mike, Kevin, they are recorded, correct?
Absolutely.
Anything else? Okay, thanks, Kevin. Moved by Councillor Smith, seconded by Councillor Eagle, be it resolved that the Public Works section of Coordinated Committee does hereby receive the Clearview Transit Link Service Update Report for information, and further that it recommends to Council that it continue with the Clearview Link Transit Service subject to the route modifications noted within the report.
Members of the committee, having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Councillor Boulanger,
In favor?
Councillor Bray,
In favor?
Councillor Eagle,
In favor.
Councillor Smith,
In favor.
Mayor Smith,
In favor.
Councillor Stockwell.
In favor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Bartolti.
In favor?
Thank you. The motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Unfinished business, I don't believe there's any other agency reports, and that brings us to our consent agenda. It's moved by Councillor Ego, second.
Sorry, Madam Chair, in the package there is a report here, Simcoe Muskoka District Health Unit, that was sent to George. And maybe I'm missing something, but I don't see it anywhere else in the agenda to speak to it.
So you'd like that full?
It's not on the agenda that I seen, so
Is that for the West Nile?
West Nile?
Yeah, it's up here.
Or-
I'm sorry, yes. So yes, I'd like
Like
that
that
pulled,
pulled?
please, thank you.
Okay. So there's like, what is that?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? What's that one? Oh, as meant, okay. And they need to re-sign, or I can just write it on here, right? Because these are not two. It's just this as amended.
Yeah.
Those were
Yeah.
there.
So it's just, yeah, as amended is perfect.
Well, nothing
And
right
that's
over
over
there.
here.
Again.
Again. I can do definitely.
Sorry, and then the West Nile, I will sign. Okay, it's moved by Councillor Ego, seconded by Councillor Smith. Be it resolved that the Public Works section of Coordinated Committee hereby receives the June 8th, 2017 consent agenda items 4.4.1 through to 4.4.3, and that all the recommendations contained therein be adopted, and that is as amended. We're pulling item 4.4.1 regarding the West Nile virus program. Is there any other items to be pulled? Okay.
Madam Chair, committee, having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Councillor Boulanger,
In favor?
Councillor Bray,
In favor.
Councillor Eagle,
In favor.
Councillor Smith,
In favor.
Mayor Smith,
In favor?
Councillor Stockwell,
In favor.
Deputy Mayor Bartolti.
In favor?
Thank you. The motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Okay, and that brings us to, moved by Councillor Smith, moved by Mayor Smith, seconded by Councillor Smith. Be it resolved that the Public Works section of the Coordinated Committee does hereby receive the correspondence from the Simcoe Muskoka District Health Unit dated May 2nd, 2017 pertaining to West Nile virus program planning for 2017 for information. Mayor Smith.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you to the CEO. George, is it possible to have a report come back to council as to what the town is doing with respect to West Nile and the recommendations in this letter? It certainly is becoming more prevalent, and especially with the amount of young people and seniors in our community. What are we doing with respect to standing water issues, so on and so forth, to try and prevent mosquito larvae and issues with the West Nile?
So yes, maybe we'll direct that question to Kevin.
Certainly. Each year we engage a licensed contractor that can apply the larvicide chemical, so to speak. They require a license from the MOE to apply that. As noted in the letter, we are on heightened surveillance, which is consistent with what we get year after year. So we engage a contractor on standby, and the Ministry of Health, the Health Department come through and do their sampling to confirm any positive indicators. They put us on notice, and then we engage that contractor to come and apply that application. But we haven't had to do so. We need to be on standby, and we engage that individual to apply the larvicide application to each catch basin and storm water management pond. But other than that, that's our process. We don't go kick water in wetlands or move water in ditches. We have installed fountain aerators in our stormwater management ponds to try and maintain some agitation, because that ripple effect does drown the larva if it is a breeding ground. But that's the extent of our resourcing capacity for West Nile.
Okay, do you still want a report of any kind, or does that answer your question?
No, I think that's sufficient. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, any other questions on that?
Thank you, Madam Chair, many members having heard the question, I'll call for the vote. Councillor Belanger.
In favor?
Councillor Bray.
In favor?
Councillor Ego.
In favor.
Councillor Smith.
In favor?
Mayor Smith.
In favor?
Councillor Stockwell.
Favor.
Chair by Fulci.
In favor?
Thank you. The motion carries on a vote of 7 in favor, 0 opposed.
Okay, thank you, and we will recess for 10 minutes and come back. All right, those two pieces.